This is section 1, the marketing history, or let's call it the backstory around the rise of e-everything. I promise not to bore you too much with a history lesson, so in that I need to share with you my approach. And it's how I intentionally deliver all seminars within this program. What it's called is being a shortcut, and it comes from a book called exactly that, Be a Shortcut by Scott Halford. And it's a business approach that I encourage you to adopt both personally and professionally. It works simply in that I take all that I know and all that I've learned, and I try to give it to you as simply as possible so that you can take it, easily understand it, and then use it for your results. I'm a shortcut for you, and you will be a shortcut for the businesses and brands that you serve. You take it, use it, win with it. So yes, a history lesson. As we look at history, Mark Block has a poignant reminder, and it's a bit harsh, but he's on point. Misunderstanding of the present grows fatally from the ignorance of the past. We're going to go through the past 100 years, but not for the sake of textbook knowledge. I need you to understand some of the underlying things that have happened. Again, we're in this situation, the situation of using digital for engagement because of what has transpired over the past 100 years. And over the past 100 years, we've seen a radical development and improvement in the tools of marketing, but we've hung our hat too heavily on the improvements and forgotten the true essence of our craft. When we think about our craft, I often hear agency principals and directors of marketing speak of the quote-unquote good old days. Thank you, Don Draper. Days when the savvy existed, when there was a mystique in advertising, an allure, a sexiness, that it's all but slipped and dwindled away. So as we look into history to understand what has happened, I want you to see how the once dominant power of marketing has indeed dwindled, but how you can get it back. Here's the what. Look first across the bottom of the screen. What's shown there is what's referred to as the marketing ages, spanning from product to sales to market to target market to response to social. And above that, you'll see some highlights showing dates and events. In context of today, you'll see from around 1940, when TV began to rise in power, through the early 1990s, when integrated marketing communication became the primary thought, you had over 50 years of instilled one-directional communication, a brand voice talking at an audience. You really need to see that point. Marketing as a discipline talked at an audience via different media and different approaches. And here's where the marketing mystique began to seriously fall away. Once 2000 rolled around, you began to see more digital, but in that, agencies were still using digital as just another channel to speak at the audiences they were trying to serve, basically brochures or advertisements on the internet. In and around 2004, 5, 6, you see the social powerhouses start to show up. And the power of marketing began to fall, though, even further. So with the dawning of Facebook and YouTube and Twitter, something happened. The way marketing happened began to take a new shape, and agencies have missed that for the most part completely. But the change, this way, kept happening, and now we've passed the social age and moved into what's called the age of today, which is the dialogue age. And this isn't just my Kool-Aid that I'm asking you to drink. This is the dominant reality we live in because of technology advancements. Look at Christine's point. It says, expect to see more brands rising to the challenge of understanding consumers. Brands must harness social culture. See how she says culture? Social being a manner of communication, a two-way dialogue. It does not say social pattern or social marketing. It says culture. That's a way people behave. Dial in on the Kellogg quote, bottom right. People will soon commoditize their privacy in exchange for social currency. Social currency is more important than privacy. People want and will use technology to connect via or in a dialogue manner. So although we're sitting on top of over 100 years of one-way marketing, speaking at versus speaking with, you need to realize it no longer works. The way marketers must market is now different. We work within the dialogue age, an age of both listening and talking. It's two-way communication. Let's move on.